Good evening. I'm going to call the Thursday, February 7th meeting of the Ordinance and Intergovernmental Relations Subcommittee meeting to order. Members present are myself, Eileen Burnell, Vice Chair Kendra Vasquez, Council President and Voting Member Frank Moran, and District Councilor and Voting Member Estela Reyes. Could I please get a motion to approve the minutes from our January 17th meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Great. Could I get a motion, please, to take document number 16-13 out of order?
So moved.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Document number 16-13 is with regard to a junk dealer collector license. It's for Auto Recyclers Group at 48-50 Medford Street. Put on the agenda by Roger A. Farah and Jose Couto? Yes. Thank you. Does someone want to come forward from your, or both, whoever's? If you could just state your name and address for the record, please.
Sure. Good evening. My name is Roger Farah, and my address is 8 Longwood Road, Salem, New Hampshire.
Great. And you are requesting a collector's license?
Yes, we are.
Can you just tell us a little bit about your facility, if it's enclosed, or how it works?
Currently, right now, we have a salvage Class 3 dealer license on site at 48-50 Medford Street, and requesting for a junk dealer collectors is just basically a formality from the city. It's an extra $350 fee that needs to be paid to the city in addition to complete having the proper paperwork required so that we can operate the recycling facility. We're planning to employ roughly between 20 to 30 people in the facility. Also do some major investment in some equipment, and as pretty sure the councils have noticed, we've done some improvement to the property already, quite a bit compared to what it used to be before, and we want to run something pretty new and very efficient. It's a new, everybody's going towards the recycling, and we just want to make sure we have all the right permitting. We do currently have a salvage yard license on the site. I brought a copy. We obtained that from the state and from the city. It's a Class 3, and we have all the sign-offs from all the building departments and all of the approvals from everybody. I don't know if the boards would like to see a copy of the current license we have right now.
I would like to get that for the file.
Sure.
That's,
I have a copy. I would...
you have an extra copy? Yeah. If you don't, we can make a copy.
No, I have one.
Wonderful. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in color and everything. So fancy. Well, I think that is a copy for us.
That
to
is a
keep.
copy,
Okay.
yes. Yes,
Yeah.
that's a copy for the file.
Thank you. I guess one of my questions is, I know this part of this is for auto salvage.
The license that we have currently right now is for auto salvage, and the license that we're requesting in front of the city councils is to be able to collect, if we want to do copper, aluminum, all types of different recycling. And to be able to do that legally, we need to have the collector's license from the city, because then we need to have everything recorded by our facilities and be able to present it to the police. And we did already a query on ourselves, and we had everything approved by the chief.
I see the paperwork is in here for the quarry, that you both have had it, and that, now would you actually be on site, or
Yes.
one of you be on site?
Yes.
The word that you said that jumps out in my ear is copper, and I know people steal copper.
Right.
So how do you get around that?
We get around that by taking a picture ID from everybody that brings the stuff in. But we want to concentrate mostly on companies that have like virgin copper or new copper or new aluminum, that when they use it for whatever product they're making, whatever excess, we can be able to buy it from them.
Okay.
And then be able to also recycle. Everything today is recyclable. junkyards is the wrong words to use, and everybody is going towards recycling right now, but we want to make sure we have all our permits and everything set
Now-
up the way it is.
Whose district is this in? Is this in your district?
This will be, I believe, Councilor Akin,
Oh, okay, okay.
I believe.
I just, is it enclosed?
The current facility right now is 2.5 acres.
Okay,
We've enclosed it with a brand-new fence. We put about 8 feet high, 6 to 8 feet high fence. We totally rehabbed the buildings on the outside, and we were just waiting to finish all of the process to be able to, it'll be everything on the inside. Because it has been a salvage yard for over 40-something years, and I've spent a tremendous amount of money getting it all ready so we can run a nice, clean facility from there.
I guess that's my concern, just if the neighborhood is okay with the concept, if it looks okay to the neighborhood, it's enclosed, that you follow the procedures required by the Lawrence Police Department as far as the photographing of the merchandise, photographing of the driver's licenses, so that you can show it to them should there be a theft issue.
Definitely.
I know even at my church, not recently, but a few years ago, the railings were stolen. And it's a serious issue, but they actually were able to get it back because the dealer that received it knew something was up.
We're planning to have everything so that every time I do something, not to just boost myself, but some of the councils know that all the properties that I have in the city, I try to do everything the right way and try to have everything done the right way, and that's what we're planning to do on that site there. It's having all the right equipment, all the right permitting, and to be able to have all the technology needed to be able to recycle and also give an account to anybody that needs to have an account of what materials we take in and out.
And this license is not transferable, right? We're giving the license to you. If you sell the business, the new applicant would have to come, because you do have a good reputation in the city, and your properties are well-maintained.
Exactly.
I just want to clarify, we're giving a license to you.
Exactly.
If you sell the business, your new owner would come get their own license, and we would
Exactly.
inspect them and approve them at that time. I just want to make sure
Exactly.
people are clear on that.
Yes.
Because I know sometimes people think, oh, well, he might be getting license and then flipping it, but that's not what happens with the situation. So, nope, that's a good. Anyone have any questions for the applicant?
Just one quick one, Madam
Yeah.
Chair, because you pretty much cover a lot of my questions, but the only concerns I have right now that a lot of people in the city have is all these vacant properties that are being broken into, they stealing the copper, they're going into this salvage yards to sell the copper, and they're buying it. They're not supposed to. They're supposed to take the copper or the picture ID, and if they look suspicious, they should, supposedly, they gotta call the police department, report it, so the police department come by your facility and do a criminal, whatever it is that they do, whether it's a criminal, an investigation on where they got this copper from. As you know, we have a huge problem in the city of Lawrence. We have a bunch of vacant properties, and 90% of those properties right now have no copper.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I own a real estate company, so I go into a lot of these buildings a lot.
Exactly.
And the first thing you do when you go into these basements, all the coppers are missing. Who's buying it? It's illegal to buy from these guys.
What I found out that a lot of people take it out of state. And when they take it out of state over there in other states, our state next door, New Hampshire, people don't really check. And some of these dealers are just, they need to meet their overheads, they need to meet anything, so they just keep on buying and keep on doing that. Like I said, I don't want to just talk just to talk. We want to make sure, we want to do everything right. So we will take pictures. We will take the IDs of the people that brings all the stuff in. We will have a record so that the police can come any time of the day and check everything. And I do understand, I buy a lot of property in the city, and almost all the properties I go into, all the copper's gone. That same corner on 37 Melrose Street, after finishing spending thousands of dollars inside, they broke in because I didn't finish all the paperwork, and they broke in, they stole all the copper, and they stole all the new electrical that I did, and then I replaced it. They came back again and they stole all the electrical again, And I just left it like that now until I'm ready to move in and then be able to have it all set up the right way.
That's all, I just want to make sure he's aware of the
Oh,
situation.
definitely.
And it's, you just make sure that if anybody looks suspicious, even though you're supposed to ask for a driver's license or a copy of a license when they bring in any material.
We will have pictures of every single one of them, yes.
You gonna have any cameras on the premises?
They're going to be cameras, and also the computer system that spits out the tickets also takes the picture of the person, so you'll have it right on the file. It's going to be something with new technology. It's not going to be like our grandfathers, the way they used to run these places and everything like that. It's going to be something nice. It'll be really nice.
I'm glad to hear that. A lot of us get phone calls from our constituents, and that's the first thing they complain about. Well, we saw this person going in that particular business with a pickup truck full of copper, and they accepted it. Obviously, it's their word against that particular business, but at the same time, we have to report it to the police department,
Definitely, yeah.
because they have to investigate. But a lot of us get those phone calls from, most of the time, we get it from homeowners.
It's nothing more frustrating than having your house breaking into, or a piece of property you own, and have them take everything. I can definitely understand that.
Another question, Madam Chair.
Okay, just so the other counselors are aware, this is a 3-year license, so it would be good for 3 years. Just for your own knowledge, although you probably know this, if you have a license for fruits and vegetables, you can't have this license, so don't try to get a fruit and vegetable license.
No, I don't have.
I think that's hysterical that you can't have both of them. I don't understand why, but, the paperwork is in order. The chief has signed off on both of you for the query check. The inspector's office has signed off that there's no violations at the property or with regard to the other properties in the city.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion to send that up to the full council with a favor recommendation.
Motion's been made. Seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, great.
Thank you.
He has to come back on the
19th?
19th.
The 19th.
Tuesday, the 19th.
Thank you very
Great,
much.
thank you.
Thank you.
Just so that I don't forget, could I just get a motion to take documents?
Does he know he has to come back on the 19th or something?
Did we tell him?
Does he know?
I think Mr. Farah, you know you need to be here on the 19th, right? Okay,
Yes.
great,
Yes, I will. Good night, thank you.
fantastic.
Sorry, Madam.
No, I'm glad. Can I just quickly take documents number 1713, 1813, and 1913 as a block? Could I get a motion to take those as a block?
So move.
Motion's been
Second.
made, seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Document number 17-13 is with regard to a traffic study and review of the intersection at Lennox Street and Lennox Circle. Document 18-13 is a request for a stop sign at the intersection of Amherst Street and Andover Street. And document 1913 is a request for a stop sign at the intersection of Drake Street and Clifton Street. Just wanted to get a motion to send all 3 of those items to Officer Scanlon for a study and review.
So move.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Can I get a motion, please, to take document number 30-13 out of order?
So move.
Second.
Motion's made and seconded, all in favor? Aye. Document number 30-13 is with regard to a proposed zoning ordinance amendment, and it's with regard to billboards. It was put on the agenda by our land use planner, Dan McCarthy. Mr. McCarthy is not going to be presenting this item to us until after it's gone through the planning board, which will be at their March meeting. So it will not be before us formally for a couple of weeks, probably close to 6 weeks. But I know there was a member of the public that wanted to come and talk about that, so since you're here, sir, if you want to come to the podium, just state your name and address.
Yeah, good evening. My name is Rafael Guzman. Everybody call me like Danilito, 33 Franklin Street. I'm a small business owner in the city of Lawrence, been operating here for over 30 years. I thank you for the opportunity, Chairperson Eileen, to give me to present. I know that you don't have it in the agenda, but I want to speak about billboards. And I know that there's an ordinance in the city where billboards are prohibited. And on behalf of Lawrence Street School and Gino Mills, a couple of local companies, we have purchased a property at Malden Mills, which is, it's called the Arlington Mills Smart Growth Overlay District. And I'm here to tell you that we would like to get an amendment to the ordinance for that property, for Ansgrove, so we can put a billboard, we can put a TV in the front and advertise the businesses that are going to be in this location, and other businesses that might want to advertise with us, okay? To that end, we are willing, as business people, to share some of the revenue that we have with the city. One of the complaints I hear there is out there is that some of all billboards that are in the city, they don't produce anything for the city. Well, this is new. We want to share our experiences in the city of Lawrence. I'm a Lawrencian, and I propose that you create a local tax so that some of the revenue that we get, you know, at the end of the year, we come and a percentage of that goes to the city of Lawrence, okay? But it will definitely make the location, which is a gateway from the north, on Route 28, more attractive to potential people to come back into Lawrence and invest, because what we're planning to do on that location is an office park, similar to what Salu Poly has. I mean, right now we bought the building that is existing there. It's a 50,000 square feet building with a lot that is a little bit over 2 acres. And in that lot, we plan to build 2 more buildings, office buildings, not residential, to attract businesses from outside. As it stands right now, we've been working in that building for over 6 weeks since we picked it up, and a little bit over $1,200,000 later, 2 weeks from now, we'll be having a grand opening there, and it will bring at least 20 jobs to the Arlington district. Okay? However, the businesses that are going to be there, you know, due to a lot of factors, the building itself, we need to be able to advertise them. And the best way to do it is through a billboard, which through the National Traffic Association, it doesn't create a hassle, okay, because we're just going to put a TV there that you can see coming from the north or coming from the south. Okay? So I would ask you to please consider when it comes in front of you, because I'm going to heavily really go and present this to every one of you, members of the City Council, our Mayor, William Antigua, and Community Development, everybody that will listen to me, the opportunity to help us maximize the opportunity so that every business that comes there having opportunity to succeed. I mean, I don't need to tell you the history of Lawrence. Right now, we have one of the highest unemployment rate in the state. This will help alleviate that, okay? We will create jobs. Right now, we have a training school coming in there that will train people on how to get jobs in the beauty industry, cosmetology, barber shops. And everybody in the city knows that most cosmetologists or barbers in the city have no license because they have no access to training. We're going to be training bilingually over there, okay? Construction. Lawrence Training School has been in the city for a while, and we're going to bring a lot of new different courses, including ESL, including computer courses to help expand. So we need to advertise to everybody that will listen to us so they come back into Lawrence and give us an opportunity to be more successful. And I think a billboard will be key to that. Okay, so we ask you to please consider an amendment to the existing ordinance so that we can have a billboard over there.
I'm grateful for your time. I don't know if any other applicants, any of the other councils have comments or questions for you. The only thing I wanted to suggest for you is if you feel so strongly, you may want to attend the planning board meeting because they're going to review it and make a recommendation to us first.
Okay.
So you may want to attend their meeting. I don't know the date, but I'm sure Anne Marie or someone in the planning office could get you the date.
I will be attending that.
Just a
Yeah.
thought, yeah.
All right.
Anyone?
Through you, Madam Chair.
Yeah.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I appreciate the fact that Mr. Guzman is here with us tonight. I've had the opportunity to speak with him in detail about what this project is going to entail. And I think that it's a fantastic project, not just for the Arlington neighborhood, but for the city in general. He has this projection of what it would look like. And, I've had that moment in which we sat down and we talked in detail about what it will be, what it would look like, how it will benefit residents in the city. And I think that's exactly what, the way we should be moving forward to. You know, also, like Councilor Bernal mentioned, this is currently in the planning board. We had a similar proposed ordinance that came before us a few months ago. And I know that something is at the state level that is being worked on in regards to billboards.
Yeah, thank you, Councilor. Well, I could tell you that this particular project, okay, is at the Factory Device Office, and they're all for it, okay? The Arlington Mills, the designation that it today has, okay, when you look at the marketing study by the state, okay, it's one of the less responsive as far as development, you know, is concerned, okay? And what we're doing there, it will change the dynamics in the north part of Lawrence. I'll guarantee you that. I mean, you go by today, you can see the difference, okay? You'll go by there 3 weeks from now, you will see the difference. You will see people, you'll see activity. And that translates into jobs, that translates into revenue, that translates into families making money, which is what we need right here in Lawrence. Plus, it's not that dark in the old Malden Mills building anymore. So I thank you for your time, and I wish you a good night, and I'll be back. Thank you again.
Okay. Very nice to see you.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, I would like to table document 30, I would like to table document 3013.
Motion to table's been made.
Second.
Seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
I just had a question, and I apologize. Council President, I know you had put this document number 292-12 on the agenda. Do we need to do anything on that?
Actually, I didn't put that on the agenda. I was just as surprised as you are.
Oh,
It's put on the agenda by City Attorney Bodie. I didn't get around to give him a call to have a little chat with the city attorney, but I'm not sure why he added this to the agenda.
do we need to send it up? I mean, I thought we already did that.
No, we're not, actually, I'm not sure what the languages are, what the changes he's trying to make. So I'm really not sure what his intentions were in terms of,
My recollection was that we had dealt with this, we had sent it up to the full council, we had made recommendations, and I thought we had adopted it, unless he's changing.
I'm not sure what, like I said, I have to, we should, my personal opinion, we should table it at this level.
Okay,
Send them a correspondence to appear before the ordinance committee to discuss why this item is on the agenda. I mean, at this point, we have no idea. I mean, we have a letter from Attorney Bodie requesting us to take this up as an emergency order on a public hearing. Order on a public hearing on what? And what is the amendment?
yeah, I don't know what the, yeah, we had a public hearing on December 4th, and I thought that was the public hearing. Yeah, I'm not clear what the variation
I'm
is.
not clear what it is either. So I didn't get a correspondence or a phone call from city attorney in that regard. I make a motion to send a correspondence to the city attorney to appear before the ordinance committee in regards to document 29212.
So move. Second?
Next meeting will be on
It won't be.
20th, I believe.
Oh, you can, yeah.
The
21st.
21st. We will have 19 full council on the
The
19th.
21st.
Yeah, 21st.
The 21st.
21st, yeah. Okay, great, thank you for the clarification, Council President. I just,
Madam Chair, in that matter, you know, I know that this is something that Councilor Moran put on the agenda. I mean, originally. I have received a few calls from the taxi drivers
Okay.
that this is not, it has not been enforced. I emailed the chief in regards to that matter. So I don't know if that might have any connection, that maybe they might have, taxi drivers might have contacted
I believe it
city
is.
attorney.
I believe it is, but for us to make a decision
Yeah.
at this level, we need more than just
Definitely.
a couple of lines here on this memo. It really doesn't say anything, so.
Yeah.
I mean, for us to take a vote
No, I don't,
on
we don't know what the
something
vote
that
will
we
be
have no
on.
idea
Yeah.
what we're voting on,
Yeah.
I don't think it's fair for us.
No.
I don't think it's fair for the taxi companies.
Okay,
All right.
so, guys, a motion.
Thank you,
to-
Madam Chair.
You're very welcome. A motion to retable document 292-12.
So moved.
Second.
Made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Great, thank you. Anyone have any other items on the,
Yes, Madam Chair. Did we already did 2713?
I was gonna mention, 27-13.
yeah, document number 27-13 was a proposed amendment to the zoning with regard to 84 East Haverhill Street. It was a change from an R2 to a B1. It was also sent to the planning department, to the planning department, it's also sent to the planning board. And usually, similar to document 30-13, the planning board reviews it first. They make a recommendation and then they send it to us. My understanding is that in its current form, this might be considered spot zoning, and that the planning department was actually gonna work with the applicant to modify the request slightly so that it's more consistent with the zoning. They actually had some, I thought, positive and creative ways to help her and still not do spot zoning. So I guess at this time, we would just be gonna table document 27-13.
Motion to table?
Second.
The table's been made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye. Madam Chair, I make a motion to take document 325-12 off the table.
Sure, motion to take 325-12 has been made.
Second.
Seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
325-12 is with regard to handicapped parking on Jackson Street near Canal Street. It was requested by Joan Finicaro.
Madam Chair, I get a phone call from Joan, yesterday, requesting an update on this particular handicap parking space, and I put a couple of phone calls into the officer today, and actually yesterday, and I understand he's going through family situation, and what I'd like to do, Madam Chair, is I want to send this item up to the full council to order a public hearing pending a report from the police department, just so we can get this
Yeah.
item. This item's been tabled since November 20th.
And often with the handicap parking, it's the lack of a placard, but I know we have her placard in the
We
file.
have everything on file. We have all her information on file. I'm not sure why it's taking so long.
Yeah. So maybe the two things. One is you have a motion to send it up to the full council to order the public hearing pending the police report, and maybe to amend the motion to also include sending correspondence to Officer Scanlon, asking him if he could get that report filed by the February 19th meeting.
I'll amend the motion,
Yeah.
Madam Chair.
So, motion was made. Any discussion, or, I guess second first. Seconded. Any discussion?
No.
Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone have any other items that they want to take off the agenda, off the table?
Sure, Madam Chair. Document 330-12.
Number 330-12, can I get a motion to take that off the table? It's been made, seconded?
Second?
Seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Number 330-12 is with regard to the city's website. It was for automatic language translation, and that had been put on the council, on the agenda by Council Vasquez.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This was sent originally to both the IT director and the city attorney back in December, on December 6th, and we sent it back again in January after our first meeting. I still haven't heard anything from them and nothing about this committee. And I would like to resend correspondence to both of them. I think that this is something that is critical. The city has been declaring as a state of emergency today. And I know that some of the information has been translated, but I think that we should be able to get all of the accurate information in not just one language, but all the languages possible. And this program will do exactly that. And this is one of the reasons why, I put it originally in the agenda.
That makes sense.
So I would like to make a motion to resend correspondence to both the city attorney and the IT director to be able to get some idea as to how it will happen. It's a software that will need to be installed, very simple. I've done it myself in another website. And I provided them with a disclaimer language that the city attorney will have to write from 3 different communities, including Providence, Worcester, and Boston. So
You might want to copy Mark Iannello. I think he reports to
And
Oh, yeah, Mark is the department
Yeah,
head for.
Mark Anello is the department head. He works under Mark.
Sure.
That you should add Mark Anello as well on that.
Thank you, Councilor Moran.
You're welcome. I'll second your motion.
Okay, so a motion to send correspondence to both the city attorney and to the IT director with regard to document 330-12 was made and seconded. It was also amended to send, or to copy our finance director, Mark Ianello, on that correspondence, as Mark oversees the IT director. Motion was made, amended, and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Great. You want a motion to retable document 330-12?
So move.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Also, Madam Chair, document 331-12.
Motion to take 331-12 off the table has been made.
Second.
Seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
331-12 is with regard to non-emergency constituent phone services that had been put on the agenda by Councilor Vasquez. Counselor?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Again, it's a very similar situation. This will be a 311 system. Once again, we might be getting phone calls into the police department this weekend in particularly.
Yes.
That might not be non-emergency. We might have power outages, we might have trees, and anything might come up that is non-emergency related. And that's going to clog the phones at the police department. And I think that if we are being proactive and take action in this, we might prevent any of those type of situations. And so I would like to once again send correspondence to both the IT director and CC Mr. Ianello, and also send correspondence to the Chief Romero to see where we are at in regards to this matter.
Second.
So a motion to resend correspondence on this document to both the IT director and to the Chief of Police, John Romero, has been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Great. A motion to retable document number 331-12.
So move.
Motion's made.
Second.
Seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone have any other items that they want to take off the agenda at this time?
Motion to adjourn, Madam Chair?
Motion to adjourn's been made. Not seconded, okay. Document number 98-298-12. Oh, yeah. Thank you very much, Counselor. Document number 298-12. Can I get a motion to take that off the table?
So move.
Motion's
Second.
made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Document number 298-12 is with regard to National Grid. It was requesting permission to place underground electric conduits on Brook Street. That was requested by Jason Dwyer, who's a supervisor at National Grid. Thank you, Councilor Vasquez. Arthur McCabe from the Community Development Office had actually met with Councilor Vasquez and myself on this item, and so I'm grateful that you remembered to take that off the table. Do you want to talk about the item a little bit?
Sure, thank you, Madam Chair. As you mentioned, you and myself met with Mr. McCabe, and we were able to gather more information with regards to this particular item. The reason why it has stayed tabled is because I think it has been a consensus among all of us that we don't want to see as many double poles in the city of Lawrence. However, most of the poles that are in the city are not necessarily from National Grid. He was able to show us a list. Unfortunately, I don't have it with me at this moment, but the list from National Grid is very small. The big list is actually Verizon, because when they are moving the cables from one pole from the old pole to the new pole, National Grid usually removes the first and Verizon removes it last. So it will be under their responsibility to remove it. And their list is very lengthy. There were at least 15 to 20 pages of double poles included in that one. So I personally think that we should be able to move forward. Something that I did request was, in order for me to vote in favor of this, I would like to see an action plan in the future for anyone requesting any changes in that. So I would personally feel comfortable sending it up to the full council, pending the plan from them to be able to remove it. Because they have about 20 to 30 double poles in the city, National Grid. Verizon is the one that has about 15 to 20 pages of double poles. And to me, that's approximately 200 to 250 or so. So I don't know how the rest of the council feels. I will go with whatever we all as a team believe in, but I think that National Grid is not the one that has the majority of it.
Madam Chair, through you, I mean, I've been here 5 years, and it's been the same thing with both companies. Before, they would a lot of finger pointing at each other, whether it was National Grid, Verizon, Comcast. There's always this finger pointing at each other. It's not mine, it's not yours, it's not this, it's not that. But when you really take a drive and you really look at the list that they actually provide, and you stand in front of this light pole, and you see all these wires on it, it's not just Verizon, and National Grid is on it as well. Most of the time, I mean, I haven't seen one pole yet that all you see is just phone lines, because you can tell the difference between phone lines and a power line.
Yeah.
You can tell the difference. I haven't seen a list yet from National Grid. I haven't seen a list yet from Verizon. I haven't seen a corrective action plan from neither company. Every time we have a representative from Verizon up there or National Grid, none of them give us a straight answer. I mean, if you guys want to vote in favor, I'm not going to vote in favor because I think enough is enough, and if we keep doing this, they're just going to continue doing it. They're going to continue leaving these double poles unless they come before us and give us an action plan, a corrective action plan, and come before us whether it's every month, give us a report every month. We removed X amount of poles, and these are the location that we removed them from. Give us that opportunity. Send us a report, whether it's weekly, whether it's monthly. Send us something that says, yeah, we are on it. This is how many poles we removed this week, this month. At least I feel that there's something being done. Right now, there's none of that.
And through
And Art McCabe doesn't, I don't think Art McCabe speaks for them, and I think Art McCabe is, probably his intentions are good, because he's probably trying to help the person that's actually being affected by this particular work, which I don't, and I can guarantee you somebody's being affected by this at this point, and I feel bad for that. I really truly feel bad for the person that's being affected by this particular job that needs to be, whoever it is that,
I feel the same way, like.
I feel bad, I can't vote in favor, I just can't.
They can come in front of us with the plan before we pass it to the full council. I think it makes more sense just to send it pending, and if they not ready, then, what are we gonna do at that point? I think it make more sense just to then come in, with a plan.
Yeah, something that I had told them, through you, Madam Chair.
Yes.
It was that I would like to see a corrective plan in regards to it, including both National Grid and Verizon. The reason why I felt that, maybe it would have been different this time is because National Grid did not have as many poles, but I agree with both of you. I personally have the same feeling. I went out in the Arlington neighborhood and I counted 48 double poles in my neighborhood alone. I'm not sure who owns which poles, but that's something that I was very strongly bringing up, the fact that there has to be an action plan. When will they start? How would it go about? So if you guys want to leave a table here again, I will be okay with it. We did, both Councilor Bernal and myself, gave them a deadline of the 19th, I believe it was.
The next meeting, isn't it? The 19th is the
The
next.
19th. So if we don't have anything by the 19th, we wouldn't be able to do anything regardless, whether it was at this level or at the full council.
Yeah.
So,
Councilor Bernard and I, we've been working, we've been dealing with this for that. How long, Councilor Bernard, 3 years? 3 years.
yeah. No, I
And
believe
still,
it. I
and we
believe
still don't have a corrective action plan. We still don't have, and every day that you have a new one go up, 3 months down the road, still up there. It seems like they don't have a process or a procedure of when it goes up, how long it comes down. I know right now there is a bill at the State House that has to deal with this, that's gonna allow municipalities to fine these companies, which I think it'll help the municipality with this double pole issues. But hopefully that'll go through, and I think it will. This will give us an ability to find it. Give them a fine.
All right. I think that the sentiment might be clear here. You know, I go with,
Madam Chair, I make a motion to retable this item.
I second
just-
it. second.
I just don't feel like, I think 3 years on this, you and I, Madam Chair, and it's still, we haven't seen anything.
By the 19th, hopefully, we'll get something, and
We did one time.
I wasn't,
Remember, we got a report one time, and it was pretty good. The guy was giving us an update. I remember Madam Chair did a lot of work on this particular item, and we were getting some report from this gentleman. He was very helpful,
I think,
and all of a sudden he stopped.
yeah, I don't know if he left the
Victor, wasn't
company.
it?
Victor
Victor.
Santana, yeah, we talked
And all
about
of a sudden he just stopped. And double posted it. They were going back up again.
I think the hope had been that maybe we would send it up without a recommendation and get that written action plan by that, February 19th meeting. It is, the Groundworks Lawrence is doing a project at that location, and they, had been hoping to get that project going. But at the same time, I do think the need to hold that feet to the fire of National Grid may outweigh the need to keep that project moving ahead. It will move ahead, I just will be not on the timeframe they'd like to be on. So the motion was to table, was seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Thank you for reminding me to take that off the table. Any other items? Earlier, I'd heard a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, Madam Chair?
Second.
Motion was made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Great, thank you.